The hole in my dad. I loved sharing a room with my dad. But one day my parents said that my dad was going to move out of our hole. He was going to have a hole of his own. We wouldn't share my brother anymore. So he moved out the model hole he had made and the model dad he had made and the model planes. They all went off to the hole next door. His hole. In there, he scrape, scrape, scrape. And soon he got to work making something new, something really big. I wanted to be in there while he was scrape, scrape, scrape. But I had to go to bed in my hole, so I had an idea. I had a hard steel train with sharp edges and corners. I got into Dad with this really big ruler. Just out of sight of anyone looking, I started to scratch Dad with the hard corner of the metal ruler. Scratch, 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 scrape, scrape, scrape. I was making a hole through to my dad. I twisted my dad round and round and round. And after ages of scratching and scraping, my dad, all I'd made was a little tiny dent in my dad. So I went to sleep. The next night, scratch, 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 scrape, scrape. My dad got a tiny bit deeper, and the next night, and the next. After a few nights, my dad popped his head round the door. "Come on, Nick," he said all cheerily. I hadn't heard him coming.
But I didn't care. I had to go on. I had to make the hole. I had to get through to my
dad. Oh no, he mustn't see it. So I twisted round to cover up the hole in my dad.
He mustn't see the hole.
He says, "What's that you're doing? What are you covering up there?" "Nothing." "No, come on, Meg, look at you. I can see from the..." "Nothing." "The way you're sitting, you're covering up something." "Nothing." "Come on."
Come away from the wall, let me have a look.
What could I do? I had to let him see, so I leaned forward, and he saw it straight away. The hole in my dad.
Oh no.
He stood there, staring at the hole in my dad. He pointed at it.
"What's that?" he says.
It's a hole in my dad.
I can see it's a hole in
my dad. But how in heaven's name did you make a hole in my dad? "With this," I said. And I pulled the metal train from under the covers. He slapped his hand on his forehead. "You've wrecked the train," he shouted for my dad. "Connie! Connie!
Connie! Connie!
Come and have a look at this." And of course, my dad comes running along behind my dad. All three of them stood by my dad, staring at the hole in my dad. "Look what he's done," says my dad.
Look at it, look at it.
"He's wrecked the train. It's wrecked," says my dad. And my dad, he's giggling and giggling. It must have taken him ages. "What did you think you were doing? And why did you do it?" And I said, "Nice. But Mick, you could have just got up, walked out the door, walked across the landing and in through my dad."